Hi, my name's Danny Watson. I am an on-site assessor for joinery apprentices at Fraserburgh Nescall. Part of what we do is to come out on site and observe and record the apprentices at work. We do this by means of taking photographs, short videos, and asking them certain questions while we're out on site. The reason for this is that apprentices these days have to provide a portfolio of work evidence of work that they've done over the course of the duration of their apprenticeship. It has to cover certain tasks that the SVQ are looking for in the qualification. A list of these is available on your apprentices' online portfolio, which they have full access to. They can see it through their mobile phones, tablet or a laptop at home, anything basically that they've downloaded the OneNote app onto, and they log in with their college details. They can get access to that. So you can have a look through it as well. Get yourself familiar with the qualifications which will affect this apprentice or any other apprentices you take on in the future. The tasks are basically just a widespread of joinery tasks that most companies, most all-round joiners will touch on at some point through the apprentice's time. We do appreciate that there are some companies who are more specialised than others, for example, kitchen fitters, kitchen bathroom fitters, possibly on site. You might just be working on the first fix or just the second fix of house building. That's not quite as easy to cover all the tasks, but what we do ask is that if you do, during your apprentice's course of their apprenticeship, if you do come upon a task that's not going to happen so often, if you give us plenty of opportunity that it is going to be happening, or even if it's short notice, if you let us know, give us the opportunity to come out and observe and record and get that put into their portfolio, or worst case scenario, if we can't come out for that, if you make sure that you can get good photographs and even better a short video of the apprenticeship on that while they're doing it, and that can then be incorporated into a report in our portfolio, and that part of the evidence requirement is then logged and recorded in their portfolio. It would be a real shame to miss out on one opportunity. It might be the only chance that they get to do that particular task in the 4 years of the apprenticeship with your company. So we really do ask that you keep this sort of foremost in your mind to get them through this part of the qualification and to give them assistance and a wee push on with it as well. For each task, they have to provide photographic evidence, which means that they have to be in the photograph, preferably with all their proper PPE on for the task, and it has to show that they are actually working on it, so we can see that it is them doing and carrying out the work. This is also backed up by a witness statement, so it's whoever your apprentice is working with that day, whether it be yourself, a foreman joiner or journeyman. We just ask for their name, the company details, a signature from them, just to collaborate that it is the apprentice who's actually carrying out the task. It's just for an extra bit of credibility as well. So that's basically the fundamentals of that. It's all online. They can do the whole thing through their phone. Appreciate you might not want to be encouraging them to be on their phone, but if you can just appreciate the importance of them gathering this evidence as well, especially the photographs, and if you can get somebody who's working with them, if it comes along a good opportunity to get a good photograph of them doing different tasks, please just take as many photographs as you can. And that gives us more ammunition or more evidence that we can use to then generate and build up their portfolio. We will do all we can as assessors to help the apprentices through this as well, but the onus is on them to produce the evidence and to make appointments for us to come out and visit on site as well. So hopefully we'll have your cooperation with that. Sometimes it's easier for us just to give the apprentices a quick call or a quick text, see what kind of work they're working on. Again, as long as that's okay with yourselves, if it's not, we'll try and get to know you early on in the course of their apprenticeship, so we're familiar. We know you and you know us. We're totally separate from CITB, the visits that they carry out. They will do their own progress visits on site. We are totally separate. We're just dealing with this part of their qualification. The amount of times that we have to come out on site will depend on what tasks we see and how many we see each visit. If you're working on a building site where there's a lot of different stages going on all at once, it would mean that there's probably going to be less visits throughout the course of the apprenticeship. If you're working on just smaller jobs, for instance, where we're only going to see 1 or 2 tasks, we may need more visits over the course of the 4-year apprenticeship. But the end result is the same. We will still need to observe as much as we can firsthand or directly, but we do rely on what's called secondary evidence, which is the apprentices gathering their own evidence, photographs, and they have to do a write-up, a description of the job as well. But again, that can all be done from their phone, their tablet, or their laptop at home. As long as they have the photographs there. It's on a platform, which I think I said earlier, is called OneNote. It's an app that they can download onto, again, any device. And once that's in and the information is put in there, photographs, writing, etc., it syncs with the cloud. And it means that any device or anybody else, any other user who has access to it can see their portfolio, can see the progress that's been made. And we can, as assessors, we can keep it up to date as well. So as they put on their write-ups, we can then update their checklist and so on. It's user-friendly as we can make it. It's as easy as we can make it for the apprentices to do, and it's as unobtrusive in their working day as we can make it as well. When we do come out and do a site visit, we will be as we won't take up any more time of your time than we have to. We realise how precious your time is. The last thing we want to do is hinder you. If we are there for a wee while observing them, we will merely be observing. We won't be stopping them doing their work. We may have to ask them the odd wee question, and we'll need to get a couple of signatures when we leave. But apart from that, if you're happy enough with us being there, we ask that you just carry on as normal. We're all tradesmen ourselves, so we're fully familiar with building sites, the way they work and what to do and what not to do, things like that. But again, if there's any more help or information we can give you on this, please feel free to give us a shout at the college. My name is Danny Watson. There's also one of my colleagues, Graham Laird. He'll be dealing with on-site visits a bit more these days as well. So if you need any more information, please, as I say, please just feel free to get in touch with us through the college, and we'll help you all we can. But it's as a part of their apprenticeship, they need to get on with. We would ask that they try and get this portfolio completed ideally by the end of their 3rd year, which leaves their 4th year for them to enjoy the last year of their apprenticeship, to sort of gain on the skills that they've learned already, and to look to completing their skills test at the end of their 4th year. Just so you're aware as well, they can't actually go for their skills test unless this part of their qualification is complete and it's been signed off. So it does need to be completed sometime before that. So there's a chance for all the information, all the reports to be compiled, to be checked over by whoever else needs to check it over and such like. And then they can get the green light to go ahead and get their skills test, which then finishes their apprenticeship. Okay, I hope that's been of a little bit of an insight to you on what the portfolio sort of side is and what is required of the apprentices. But as I say, it's key to it that they gather the information, get photographs, do the write-ups. So any help from yourselves on that to give them a little push forward with that would be much appreciated. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks, bye.